Credit Shifu does not advocate manufactured spending. This video is for educational purposes only. If you do manufactured spending, you do so at your own risk. Hey everyone, Credit Shifu here, and yet from that introduction, I'm sure you know what we are going to be talking about today, and that is manufactured spending. Now, if you don't know, manufactured spending is a technique where you make purchases on your credit card, you buy certain things that can then be easily liquidated into cash, put into your bank account, and that money used to pay off your credit card. So you're basically sending your money round in a circle at no cost to you, or very small cost to you, and you are accumulating large numbers of credit card points in the process. It's not illegal, but it is against the terms and conditions of most credit cards. First of all, let's look at a few ways of manufactured spending. One of the classic manufactured spending schemes was buying $1 coins from the US Mint. So thanks to the Presidential $1 Coin Act of 2005, $1! This basically was that the government felt that people weren't using enough $1 coins. They wanted to promote the $1 coin since it was more durable than the $1 bill, cost the government less money because they could be used for longer. They, did this $1 coin act, and they got the US Mint to, promote the $1 coin. And they gave various deals for promoting the $1 coin. And who likes $1 coins, right? No one. I don't want heavy coins in my wallet. I'd much prefer dollar bills. But dollar bills cost the government more money because they have to reissue them more frequently. So anyway, the US Mint was selling $1 coins you could pay with a credit card with no fee, and they offered free shipping. So basically, think about it. Use your credit card to go and buy $5,000 worth of $1 coins. They get shipped to your house free of charge. Obviously, you got to sign for them. You don't want $5,000 sitting on your porch, right? They get shipped to your house. You then take them to the bank and deposit them into your account, and then you just use that, the cash in your account to pay your credit card bill. And in that process, you would have got 5,000, say, Amex points or Chase Ultimate Rewards points, or whatever points you're collecting. And so lots of people did this with thousands of dollars worth of spending. I remember I was reading in some articles about this, and one guy, he had spent over $2.4 million on $1 coins. Obviously not in one go, that was over the period of many years. But, obviously the US Mint and the credit card companies, they started getting wise to what people were doing, and they made it more and more restrictive. People were having to have several accounts, shipped to different PO boxes, etc. And by 2011, the US Mint just stopped allowing credit cards for purchases of $1 coins. Now in 2017 and 2018, the sort of go-to ways for people to do manufactured spend have been buying gift cards, normally Visa gift cards. MasterCard gift cards can also work. But mainly Visa gift cards are the ones that people use. So you buy a gift card with your credit card, you have to normally pay a small fee like $5 for a $500 gift card. So it costs you a little bit of money, you have to factor into the equation, and you then, liquidate that gift card into another account. The one people use often is Amex Serve, which is sort of a prepaid card that offers free bill pay. And then you use that Amex Serve account to pay off your credit card bill. I'm not going to tell you exactly how it works with these. That was just a little bit of a synopsis of it. If you want to know the full way to do it, I'll put links of some articles about all the different manufactured spend ways in the description. For educational purposes, I don't encourage you guys to do this because it can bring you some problems, and we're going to talk about those in a little bit. So first of all, what do the credit card companies think of manufactured spending? Some people would think, well, the credit card companies would be, happy because as long as you're putting spending on your card, they're getting, they're raking in those merchant fees. They get like maybe a 2% fee each time. So if you spend $10,000, they get like $200, right? On the opposite of that, people are thinking, well, the airlines are giving you points, giving you miles, and that probably cancels out the merchant fees and costs them money, so they're going to actually end up paying money for it. I think the answer to this, I don't think it really necessarily costs them a huge amount of money, because with airline miles, they actually buy them at huge discounts because they buy them in the millions. With cashback cards, it probably would cost them money, or at least they would only break even on your account, so they're not really care about maintaining you as a customer, which makes your account more likely to be shut down. The credit card companies do take initiative to shut down manufactured spend in a variety of ways. One is just shutting down people's accounts. Another way is limiting bonus categories. Chase Freedom, Discover It, those 5% categories are limited to $1,500 worth of spending per quarter. So you can't just go and buy $10,000 worth of gift cards using, say, whatever, last category it was mobile payments. So I'm sure you can find a store that sells gift cards and accepts mobile payments, all right? 524 rule also, that combats churning. Churning can be an aspect of manufactured spend. So you open a card, you buy a load of gift cards with it, get the sign-up bonus, you close it down, you then open up another card, do the same thing. So if you've opened more than 5 credit cards in the last 24 months, Chase doesn't give you a card. Some other companies also combat it in other ways. They just monitor your accounts and look for this kind of activity. So for example, I was looking at the terms and conditions of the Uber credit card, which has some pretty generous points categories. This card is issued by Barclaycard, and in the terms and conditions, I'm going to read it out for you now. It reads this: in the event of any abusive gaming or fraudulent activity related to the account or violation of the rewards rules as determined by us in our sole discretion, we reserve the right to make corresponding adjustments or to invalidate points accrued in the program through the use of the account, to disqualify you from participating in the program through the use of the account, and or close your account at any time. And now the next sentence: abusive or gaming activity includes but is not limited to obtaining or using an account to maximize rewards earned in a manner that is not consistent with typical consumer activity. So that phrase, not consistent with typical consumer activity, that basically describes manufactured spend, okay? Which consumer is going to be buying $10,000 worth of gift cards? Now, I don't do manufactured spend myself. I think it's not worth it. I do not advocate for it. Personally, I don't mind paying a little bit of money. Like if I don't have enough points for something, I don't mind paying a little bit extra money. Like my stay at the Beverly Hilton, I didn't quite have enough points, so I ended up paying about $300. It would have cost me $900 if I didn't have the points for a 2-day stay there. It's a really nice hotel. So I saved $600. I don't have to get everything 100% for free because I also earn money. I actually have a job that earns money. I just get incredible discounts with credit card points. I know that some people who watch this, probably they're really interested in the idea of manufactured spend, and they're gonna try and do it anyway, even though I say I don't really advocate for it. But lastly, I'm gonna tell you my sort of 5 considerations to think about when either doing manufactured spend or considering whether or not to do it. So here are my 5. The first one is time. So it often takes quite a lot of time because some of these stores where you buy the gift cards, they limit to 1 or 2 per person. It's very dependent on your local area. So stores that sell gift cards with a small fee may not be right near your house. You might have to travel a certain distance, which takes time, okay? And then once you get the gift cards, you may have to go to another place to do either liquidation into your Amex Serve account or to do money order. Those are the 2 of the most popular methods right now. So you might actually have to go to 1 or 2 stores and then go to another store to liquidate them and then go home, okay? That takes time. Also doing the research takes time. But how much is your time worth? Let's say you're worth $15 an hour and you spend an hour a day doing it. That's $15 you have to take out of your manufactured spend profits, okay? The next consideration is gas. So say you have to travel to several different stores to get the gift cards and then liquidate them or whatever. You could be a few miles away. Let's say you have a 10-mile round trip, 5 miles each way, each day to do this, okay? And you're gonna be doing it every day because a lot of stores have limits on the amount of gift cards they can sell. So you can't necessarily just go and buy like $10,000 worth of gift cards in one go. So you're gonna have to make quite a lot of trips. So gas money is definitely going to be something that has to be factored in to the equation of whether your manufactured spend is profitable or not. Next considerations. Consideration number 3, getting robbed, okay? And this is, you might laugh at this, but actually it's a very serious consideration because if you are a regular at a store, all right, like I'm a regular at the post office, I sell wallets, okay? Everyone down at the post office knows me. I come in every day with maybe 5 or 10 little parcels, exactly the same parcel. And people are like, oh, that's the guy with the little parcels, And if you've ever worked in a store, you'll probably know that the employees, the job is a little bit boring, so they're definitely going to chat and gossip about the customers, and be like, oh, that's the weird guy with the dog, or that's the guy with the beard who always comes in with his Iron Maiden t-shirt and buys 10 crates of water. And so if there's a person who comes in like every day or every other day and buys, 2 gift cards worth $500, the employees are definitely going to know, right? And it only takes, say, 1 employee who's not honest maybe who has a couple of friends who are willing to kind of like do a job with him and split the profits. And you go there one day, you buy your gift cards, you come out, you walk around the corner, and two masked guys come out, beat the crap out of you, and steal your gift cards, all right? It would be hard for you to prove that it was an employee that set it up, but you know, it could happen. So safety, the possibility that you could get robbed is a very real consideration. The next consideration is suspicion by law enforcement. Now, the act of manufactured spend, when you use a credit card, buy gift cards, liquidate them, or buy money orders, and send it back to your account and then pay your card, it's very similar to what people do when they launder money, or what people do when they steal credit cards and they need to turn that person's credit limit into spendable cash in their account, because they can't just go and swipe a stolen credit card because they'll leave a trail, okay? But if they are able to buy gift cards and liquidate those into cash into their account, then they get the money. The only difference is they don't pay back the original credit card. Okay, so that's the only difference, but basically it's the same thing. So this can arouse suspicion by not only law enforcement, but also first by the bank, because the bank are going to see it first and be like, why is this person buying $10,000 worth of gift cards? It's very easy to get your accounts shut down by your credit card company, and then get blacklisted as someone who they don't want to issue cards to again. Now, the last consideration, which sort of encompasses all of these, is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is a concept they introduce in Economics 101, in like college or high school or whatever. It's a very simple concept, and that's basically when you put your money or your time into something like a business venture or a savings account or a certain stock, the amount of profit you're going to make doing that versus the amount of profit you would make doing something else with your money. And this is called opportunity cost. If you would make more money doing something else, then there's a cost there. It's called opportunity cost. So when you consider that you're using your time, your gas money, you're risking being robbed, that may be more of a problem in certain areas than others. You're also risking having your credit card shut down. For all that time you spent driving around, researching, manufactured spend, all that, is there an opportunity cost there? Would you have made more profit doing something else, like, I don't know, starting a business? Like, take myself as an example. I'm knowledgeable about credit cards. I really got into credit cards as a hobby, but I didn't go into manufactured spend. Instead, I got into teaching other people how to increase their credit score and how to, you know, use the reward systems, etc. on this YouTube channel. And this YouTube channel makes a decent amount of money. Advertisers are interested in putting their ads on this YouTube channel because they know they have a targeted audience. You know, there's a solid business plan there, you know what I mean? In addition, I also sell wallets. We're very, you know, careful, and we've put a lot of effort into it to get a really nice product that people like, sell it at a reasonable price. But because we've put all that effort in, we make profits selling wallets. What I'm just trying to say to you guys is that, like, the amount of effort you're going to put into doing manufactured spend, you could put a similar amount of effort into starting some sort of online business or any sort of business, or studying or whatever, and you may be able to start a company, and that company will actually earn you money for years to come. Because guess what, you know, credit cards and airline miles, these are currencies, points currencies. Well, guess what else is a currency? The US dollar. And, you know, there comes a point when you think, well, I'm learning, you know, all these ways of how to accumulate this currency, this points currency, right? Why don't I just teach myself how to accumulate the currency of the United States of America, or whatever, you know, country you're in, the British pound or whatever? That's also, it's a similar thing, you know? It's a similar thing, you know? You give people a product, they give you money. It's no secret. So that's kind of my big problem with manufactured spend, is that oftentimes people put so much effort into it, and they you know, they can get quite a good return for a few years. Like people with the US Mint thing, they were getting, you know, many, you know, dozens of free flights, but then it stops, and then after it stops, there's nothing left, because originally it was just a scam, you know. It wasn't like something that you could build into a business that would go on and have value and give you passive income for years and years to come. So I would suggest, guys, you're better off putting your money, putting your effort, and putting your time into developing a business for yourself, something that's not going to get shut down and is going to continue earning you guys money. It's a lot more honest, a lot more above board. People will think you're a much better person for it. Please leave your comments about manufactured spend in the comment section. Obviously, if you've done manufactured spend, you might not want to publicly comment saying that you've done it, just because it is a grey area, not technically legal, but against terms and conditions. So I totally understand if people don't want to own up to it themselves. But if you have thoughts on it, please leave comments down below. I never do it. I believe in organic spending, and you know, sometimes I buy things for friends or whatever to help them out, and I get some points in the process. That's fine with the credit card companies. Anyway, guys, we will see you next time. Please subscribe for more credit card tips and tricks. Bye-bye.